Hello world, this is Xiao from Learn Chess with Xiao. So today we'll look at the Rook Checkmate. So before we start looking into the strategies, let me give you two questions. The first question is, do you think the Rook side needs the king to his own king to help for the checkmate? And then the second question, where do you think you want to checkmate your opponent's king? In the center or on the edge of the board? Alright, I think after you watch this video, you know the answer to both of those questions. Alright, let's start with this position. So here we want to not just give random checks to black, and then it's much harder to organize our army and finish it off. Let's think about strategies. So first, we want to push the king to the edge of the board because it's harder to checkmate when it's in the center. So here goes your first answer. However, what is the best way to push the king backward? Now, as you can see, this rook covers this whole 6th rank. So if we keep this rook here, black's king cannot go up. And if we give a check like this, rook h5 to h7, because black's king cannot go up and it cannot stay on the 7th rank, it has to go back either to e8, d8 or c8. Regardless where it's going, we can finish in checkmate in 1. I'll give you a second. Alright, so the answer is rook to a8, and we have a checkmate position because the king is in check. It has nowhere further down to go, and it cannot go up because of our rook on h7. Okay, so this is the simplest version of the rook checkmate. Now let's set up a position where we have to do a little bit more work to get to the final position. Alright, let's start with this position. Alright, now as you can see, we have the same starting point where we have one rook that covers the 5th rank, and we can start with the rook h4 to h6 to check. So black's king cannot go up and it cannot stay on the 6th rank. It has to go to 7th rank. Alright, now our ideal plan is to go rook a7 and give a check and push black's king further down to the 8th rank. But there's a problem, because if we go to rook a7, black will take our rook, and that will make our life much harder. So what should we do now? Instead of staying on the same side, let's go all the way to the other side. Because rooks can move from one side to the other side in one move, where the king cannot go that far, we have time to maneuver our rooks. Now again, if blacks try to chase our rooks, we'll follow the same strategy. Rook to g7. Now black cannot go up and it cannot stay on the 7th rank. It has to go to the 8th rank, but it's not close enough to our rooks, so we can finish the game off with rook h8. Alright, this is the second version of rook checkmate. Now let's go set up a position where it's probably the hardest, where we have to do this maneuver more than one time. Alright, now let's start. Alright, again, same strategy. We'll start with the check. However, black goes back and close to our rooks, so we cannot give the check so easily. Now we have to move one rook to the other side, like the strategy we used in the last puzzle. But what happens if black chase us again? Again, we cannot check. And in fact, this rook, we don't even want to use it to check, because we want to use this rook to cover on the 6th rank. So we moved both of those rooks on the other side. Now we have the ideal version. Check, and then finally mate. Alright, this is the hardest version in terms of already having the rook set up. So one thing is for new players to practice. Let's just set up any position. What do we do? First, let's start use one rook to cover the first rank in this position, because black's king is on the 5th position, 5th rank. If he chases us our rook, we keep this rook on the 4th rank, to not allow black's king to get close to us. Now if he come this side, so first let me show the easier version. If he come this side, we know what to do, and then we'll continue with our plan, which we have already seen. However, at this position, if we come too closer to our rook on f2, then we don't have the check on f5 anymore. So we have to move to the other side and try to restart our check again. Now we have a better version. He come closer to us again. Then we come to this side, and then we'll repeat the same process as earlier puzzles. All right, so homework for you: finish off this position with a friend or family, and then practice setup with the 2 rooks and the kings in any position, and then make sure you're very comfortable in finishing off with the 2 rooks checkmate. As usual, if you have questions, come check out this website, learnchesswithxiao.com. learnchesswithxiao.com. And if you have questions about the video or anything related to chess, feel free to contact me and ask me questions there, and I'll try to get back with you. Alright, thanks, and I hope you enjoyed it.